I would say that if I am the finance minister of India, what are the three things that I would tackling in this current year's budget? The first is to see that the GDP growth is pegged at 10%, not at 9.1%. And then I have to contain inflation. Inflation is really going out of bounds, out of hands. I have to check the inflation and of course put a stop, if not a stop, at least a halt to the corruption charges. These are the three things that I would have in mind. Sure. So in respect of these things, what is it that you can do? Particularly, it is a proven fact that whenever the taxes are lowered, the rates of taxes are lowered, the tax revenue increases. This has been seen in the central budget as well as state budget. So towards this, what I would say is that all these surcharges and cesses must be abolished right through. You have got a 30% income tax, be with it. Why should you put additional surcharge of education or MAT or whatever it is? Don't put any surcharge. Straight away peg it at 30%. And then the income ceiling limit. Right now it's at 1.6 lakhs, if I am correct, Mr. Raman. Yes. See, I would like to be taken it to 2.25 lakhs, taking the inflation at the current levels. Right. After all, 2.25 lakhs these days is very, very meager sum. That means a person who earns hardly 19,000 rupees, he should not come into the income bracket is what I feel, because that is the minimum money that is needed for sustenance of oneself and his family. Right. So that is one thing that definitely Finance Minister this year must see. And then the peak customs duties. See, the customs duties now at 10% is fine. I only hope that our Pranab Mukherjee will not touch anything on this customs duty and make the life more miserable. Right. See, there are certain things like, CST. For example, the CST rate, it is promised that it would be reduced from 2 to 1% last year itself, which has not taken place. At least this year, he must see that. And then the GST, sir. The GST, Goods and Service Tax, we have been talking about this for last 1.5 years. And still a definite date is not set for the introduction of the GST.
But it is likely to happen from April 2011. That's what it was said.
Sorry. Don't have so much clean pictures of what is happening. It may happen at least October or maybe next April. Okay. Yeah, that is because all the states have not agreed upon this subject. So they have to convince other states. They are taking their own sweet time. But once the GST falls into place, several other factors will be taken into consideration, and then you see, for example, any central excise duty on all the manufactured goods here in India, that will be wiped off. So GST will take care of all sorts of taxes, and definitely it will be cumulative to the growth of the country is what I can say, because this is what has happened in the case of several other countries. So similarly, see, the agriculture, is a backbone of India. Agriculture is country it is. See, in respect of agriculture, we have taken a social cause, like saying that only small farmers should cultivate the crops, not others. I would like to advocate that corporatization of agriculture must take place. Sure. It can be corporatization among the farmers themselves, so that modern and the latest implements are available to them, modern and latest equipments are available to them. And otherwise, the big corporates that can invest in agriculture and see that it is taken as a product that is manufactured, not on the vagaries of the rain or how our bullocks perform or things like that. So agriculture, the corporatization, if Pranab Mukherjee were to allow, it will be a very, very good augury for the whole country is what I feel, sir.